Nuka World is a dangerous and brutal part of the waste. This land is home to many vicious creatures and savage raiders. In order to survive here, one must be experienced with the wasteland, with the game recommending players who journey there are at level 30 or higher. But I decided to enter this DLC area at level 1 and never leave with the game on survival difficulty. This proved to be an interesting challenge because I have never played the DLC before and was playing blind. I based my special stats around stealth and charisma. In order to be at level 1 when I got to Nuka World, I went through Vault 111 without killing any radroaches by leading them into certain rooms and shutting the door behind me so they couldn't escape. Once out of the vault, I made my way to Nuka World train station without leveling up at all. I did pick up some grenades just in case, but ended up not needing them. I was able to sneak past the gunners by climbing up this rock to get onto the station roof. From there, all I needed to do was drop down at the right time and make my way inside.
Enter that transit station before you're set. I'll have your head. Now pick up the pace. I want to be able to report back to Cyprus ASAP.
From here, it was as simple as talking to the guy who was pretending to be hurt and getting the password
happened
for
to
the
you?
computer terminal.
Raiders. That's what those bastards have my family. You gotta help me. Please.
You look terrible.
Tell me about it. My family and I ran into some traitors a while back. Told us they knew a safe settlement at Nuka World. But when we got there, found out they were raiders the whole time. Just stringing us along. I managed to escape, but my wife and son are still back there. I wanted to get some help and go back for them, but didn't count on taking a bullet.
Let me get you some help first.
No, there's no time for that.
I'm offering you a way to heal yourself. Why pass that up?
Jesus, they're running out of time. Please, just go. If not for them, do it for the Caps. I can pay you.
All right, I'll help you.
Oh, thank God. Here, take this. It's the password to the monorail control terminal. The fastest way to get to Nuka World is to take the Nuka Express, but I shut it down so those bastards couldn't follow me. Find the control terminal in the office, power it back up, and hurry. God knows how.
At this point the challenge begins, so I dropped everything in my inventory, even the shirt on my back.
Attention all
Now the game
active
expects the
redundant
player to go through the
silos out
trap-filled
there.
maze named the
If you haven't
Gauntlet,
noticed,
but there is a simple
we
method
got
to skip it.
ourselves some fresh meat to run the gauntlet. And she's off. Let's hope our latest prey can draw a little inspiration from our previous victims. Ugh.
All one person needs to do to skip the gauntlet is angle the crosshair on the red door in just the right spot to remove the chains on the other side. This is how I got the idea for this challenge to begin with. Once out, head for the market. This is where you will be spending a lot of the early game grabbing everything you can to sell. Perk points are very important, with every fight being a difficult challenge. I made a huge mistake at the start by putting points in the slugger skill. Now normally players have to kill the current overboss after completing the gauntlet, so all of the NPC will act as if you killed the old
Are you
overboss.
here to grace my humble market stand with your presence, oh great boss, sir?
Lose the attitude or lose something a lot more valuable.
Sorry. I know you didn't ask for this. It's just hard not to be bitter, you know? We do all the work, then the gangs reap the rewards. Pretty sweet setup, at least for you. But I guess it doesn't really matter what I think, does it? As long as I'm wearing this collar, I'm no better than a slave.
Yeah, but you're a slave with all his limbs still attached. For now.
You're right. Life is wonderful. Thanks so much for opening my eyes. Now, if you need guns or ammo, I'm the one you talk to. And before you ask, yeah, everyone pays. Even you.
Let's see what you have.
Okay.
In this game mode, sleep, food and water are all important. Without them the player dies, so I have to constantly make sure I have all the food and water I need. Sleep is also the only way to save the game. At this point I wanted to try some combat with some of the nearby ragrats to see how tough this was going to be. As you can see, I was careful given I didn't know what I was in for, and tried to lead them to the raiders. This is where a strange glitch happened where the raiders did nothing even as the rats were biting them. It is worth visiting the arcade as the player can play the games to win tickets and spend those tickets on prizes that can prove useful.
Hi.
You're the new overboss, right? You sure made an example out of Coulter.
Are you kidding? That was a piece of cake.
Well, you have to admit, you had a bit of help. Gage was the one that clued you in. Yeah, don't worry. Your secret's safe with me.
Good. Then you and I won't have a problem.
As long as you run these gangs the way they were meant to be run, we'll never have a problem. With Coulter running the show, business was starting to dry up. Now that you're here, I'm betting everyone stands to make a lot more money. Speaking of which, I'm hoping you're here to spend a little bit of your own at the Nuka Cave.
Sure, why not? This place looks like fun.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, isn't it? Yeah, all of the amusements and games around here are working thanks to yours truly. I'm the only one that can take them apart and put them back together again. If I go, then it's only a matter of time before they fall apart. And all the cute little prizes you can win? Yeah, you can thank me for those too.
Prizes? I like the sound of that.
Well then, step right up and I'll explain how you can win some. Every game in the Nuka Cade still takes the original pre-war tokens. Just slot one into the machine and you're off. If your score is high enough, the machine will kick out a bunch of tickets which you can redeem at a prize terminal for all sorts of goodies.
Damn it! I already spent all my tokens on some magic beans.
Very funny. Look, normally I tell people the only way to get tokens is buying them from me. But seeing as you're the new overboss, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to tell you a few other ways of getting them. You can also get tokens from the pre-war token machines in the Nuka Cave, but they only take pre-war money. And if you look around the parks hard enough, I'm betting you'll find a few here and there. I'll tell you what, just to officially welcome you to Nuka World, here's a token to get you started.
How about 3? As a gift to welcome the new overboss?
Sure, why not? May as well start off with you on the right foot. Well, I guess that's it. If you need anything, you just let me know. Oh, don't forget to take this with you, boss. That way you can't say I never did you any favors.
After spending the past hour gathering caps, weapons, food and water, I got bored and decided to see how far into the gauntlet I could go. I would not recommend doing this as you will end up with the announcer constantly talking. This first room I was very worried about, but with good use of my grenades I was able to clear this section. The next section is simple. All you have to do is watch your step and disarm any traps you see.
Good thing that's not all we got in store for her. Let's get a move on. Doesn't matter what you do, the gauntlet gets them all in the end.
only had a bobby pin.
The Vixen's still alive, but don't let that get you down. The Gauntlet's still got plenty in store for this one. It's decision time. All doors lead to death. Some just a little slower than others. Hope someone brought their rat away, because our little Vic is about to get roasted like a squirrel on a stick.
Don't have any bobby pins.
Someone thinks she's a real tough gal, eh? But the Gauntlet ain't through with her yet.
Thankfully there is an easy way to deal with the room of turrets here by shooting the monkey.
Aw, what? Call me crazy, but I think our Vic's got something against fun. to get dangerous. See if she survives what's next.
This was the end of my 5th day of this challenge, but it was fun. Please do like and subscribe if you want to see the next episode where I explore Dry Rock Gulch for the first time.